Hello and welcome TGS fans. We're here with week 2 versus Burger. This is the team I made. I'll explain it once we get into the game because he is ready to go. Bam! Okay, so there is a Serena. I was not sure if he would bring that guy. But anyways, we have Choice Banded Qianpao because LMFAO, look at his team. We have Earthplay Excadrill because once again, LMFAO, look at his team. He had a Galar Moltres that he could have brought, but I decided not to bring Rock Slide or anything, or like a Terra Electric on my drill, just because I didn't think he would fit it. And then even if he did, Iron Head is still like really strong at +2, but I am Terra Ground on this Excadrill because Slowbro, you know, I want to get that Oko versus that. The only thing this mon can't Oko at +2 is that Serena, so I'm going to need a little bit of chip on that, which I can get with my Rocky Helmet Necrozma. Also a nice Sneasler switch in, as I really need chip on that to get it in range of my Ice Shard. Garchomp is a big threat, which is why I have Scarf Keldeo, as well as Screamtail. Now this Screamtail is like max defense, max speed, because I'm very funny. He has a lot of physical attackers on his team, so the only special attacker is really Enamorous, which I could definitely lose to, but that's part of why I have Scarf Keldeo. And then Sandrush Drill should be able to handle it as well as, you know, Ice Shard, you know, whatever. What type is he? Fairy type Enamorous. I think that's his Terra guy, so we don't have to worry about anything else terraing. It's just gonna be Fairy. So if it's Fairy and not Stellar, I would assume it would be Choiced. I guess Stellar would be Scarf and Fairy would most likely be Specs. I don't know, I'm just kind of like making that up as I go, to be honest. But Specs and M is like definitely going to pick up a KO every time it's in. Scarf is also very strong. We saw last week there was the Scarf Gouging Fire with Terra Fairy, and that was a big threat as well. But you know, we'll figure it out, okay? We'll figure it out. Tyranitar, I'm just Smooth Rock with like physical defense, because again, so many physical attackers. And then T-Wave because I'm Brazilian today. And how much is a Brazilian, you ask? It's a lot. This is my Stealth Rocker. I would decide to go Special because Dark Pulse Ice Beam kind of hits everything pretty strongly. It 2-hit KOs Slowbro with my investment, which is just a little bit. And then I have Screamtail to aid my Excadrill setup, as well as, you know, just generally take hits better because his team is very fast-paced outside of like Slowbro. So like if I can just get a Reflect Up, that helps me immensely versus Garchomp, Sneasler, Scizor, and then if Enamorous is like super scary, I can just throw up a Light Screen, and then that's my SD opportunity with Excadrill, you know what I mean? But anyways, yeah, we can just get into the game. What do I think he's going to lead off with? Maybe Sneasler if it's not White Herb or anything. I think it's probably going to be like more so Boots or Protective Pads. If it is Pads, that kind of sucks because I am Helmet Necrozma, and that's my main way of chipping this. So we'll see. He could lead Sneasler, he could lead Enamorous, just fishing for a KO opportunity. What else could he lead? Everything else doesn't really make too much sense. I guess you could lead Chomp if you wanted hazards early. So what's good into all of those? Qianpao is not bad, right? Keldeo could also work. I could just lead Necrozma as well, but if it's Specs and Enamorous on lead, then that will really suck. Let's see. I think I will just lead Qianpao. And if Enamorous leads, then I might... because if it's Scarf, that's really bad. I don't have a great play into Scarf and Nam. Yeah, that guy's a threat. Yeah, I'm just gonna lead Qianpao. Garchomp leads. I'm the GOAT. Like, it just is what it is. I'm the GOAT. And now this is just going to be one of them Icicle Crash moments, I think. Slowbro comes out. Very brave switch. I thought about Crunch for a moment. That looks to be Fizz Def. I'm not going to calc it because that obviously is Fizz Def, right? Right, guys? So a body press could come out, a T-wave could come out. I kind of want to just go T-tar and get rocks up. Is that a throw? Surely not, right? 4x fight week to 4x fight week. Oh my god. Now, do I just Ice Beam this, or do I Stealth Rock? Because I can take an Earthquake, guaranteed. And I do have a Scream Tail right there, so he's like... probably just going to get up a Hazard, right? This is the only rocker. I think I will just Ice Beam. I die. This is Choice Banded. Okay, man. That's really bad, man. And this time I'm just gonna crunch, because I'm the GOAT. Like, that has to be banded, right? Tyranitar. Like, my set is very bulky. Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me, chat. Come on, man. Yeah, it's a little bit unlucky, I think. I think it's just a little bit unlucky there. But it happens to the best of us. How much does my Chen do to this if he stays in? Crunch does a lot, so whatever. Actually, he's thinking about it a little too hard. But I'm just going to crunch anyways. That is very unlucky, man. This is so sad. If he stays in, do I die? Probably with sand, right? Could be adamant as well. Yeah, it's almost certainly adamant, right? But for the purpose of the video, I'm going to assume it's Jolly and he got the 6% roll, alright? We have a deal? I think we have a deal. Alright. If I lose this to Earthquake right here, the game is a wrap. However, comma, he might want this as like a Manta Revenge Kill Necrozma, because if I get a Calm Mind up, it's like super deadly for him without this, right? Like Necrozma with Reflect up, yeah, he just switches. I'm the GOAT, basically. And now he just kind of has to pick one here, I think. Something will die. I gotta take a moment to bully Darkrai in the chat real quick. He deserves it, so don't feel bad. Choice Band Garchomp, but it's your only rocker. This is so cringe. Oh, he's letting me get Chip on the Enamorus, and Sand will let me know if this is... Okay, this is Scarf for sure, and he's definitely clicking Moonblast here. Probably 2-hit KOs my Excadrill, so yeah, I definitely need this though. How much does it do to Scream? I believe I will be sacking Amon here, because yes, Lamau. Maybe I should have put HP on this guy, but yeah, so this is definitely Scarf, because it took Sandstorm first. How much does Excadrill take? I do have Sand up right now. Oh, it's actually not that bad. So I'm just going to go Excadrill, because Moonblast is like obvious. Yeah. And I get the use out of my Sand while I can. Earthquake is just a KO here, I'm pretty sure, unless Serena wants to come in. If Serena comes in, is it better to SD and then Terra EQ? Or would I rather just Terra EQ on the Switch? Let me see. So +2 Terra Ground. If he's like max defense, like he probably will be, then I just Iron Head flinch it. He takes Sand, and then I can Spin Kill, and then I get Revenge by Enamorus. Right? That's how that works? Because there's no way you just sack your Enamorous right here, right? I'm pretty sure Terra EQ and Iron Head are the same damage on Serena, yeah. So I may as well just Terra EQ here, right? It's guaranteed chip on Serena. Let's see, if I don't have Sand Up, do I have another opportunity to bring this in? Or would I rather just get the SD EQ off right now? Because the SD is free here, right? If he tries to sack something that isn't Serena. But if I just EQ Raw, then I lose my Steel typing, which is kind of important for a Moonblast resist, because LMFAO, look at my team. And I can't take another Moonblast, so that's kind of important. That being said, I kind of just want to hit things. I need to make something happen, because LMAO. What's my win con here? So I can Screens into Necrozma. Just Reflect is all I really need at this point. Yeah, I think that's going to have to be my win condition here. So I do want to remove the Slowbro if possible, because I only have Heatwave Photon. I think the Serena is definitely coming in, though. Do we just get the flinch? I think we just get the flinch here. How much does Power Whip do to my drill? Does it kill? Ain't nobody running loaded dice out here, come on. If I don't Terra. Well, he's not going to be max attack, he's going to be 0 attack. So, 59 min, very convenient. Man. This is kind of tough, because it's like not great either way for me. But does getting Serena out of the way do anything for me? Would I rather just double Chien? No, I need to get my Sand Drill value while I can, because T-Tar's dead. I'm just going to SD. Serena comes out. Takes Sand. I flinch it with the Swiftness. It's gonna be Rocky Helmet, watch. It wasn't. Okay, well I chipped this at least, which is good for Keldeo. And now I think I can just go Chien. Well, it's definitely max defense. We know that. So Necrozma's gonna be faster. I think I just go Chien and get my KO, and then Enamorous will revenge kill something. This is tough, man. If I go to Necrozma, Slowbro will stop me. I guess I can just Calm Mind through that, right? In theory, anyways. Yeah, my only way of breaking Slowbro is the Chien Pao or getting Calm Minds up with Necrozma at this point. So I think I'm just gonna go Necrozma. It kind of invites Garchomp though, but that's just something I'm gonna have to deal with. Garchomp does come in. EQ will be clicked here. 100%. I can go Screamtail, and I can get up a screen. God damn. We'll get our Reflect up here. I think we're just going to get up our screens and then go for a Necrozma game. If he stays in this turn, I may just Dazzling Gleam next and not bother with late screen. That is definitely possible. Okay, and looks like he's willing to trade HP on Garchomp for a kill on Scream, which I will take that trade. Annoying thing is, Okay, I was gonna say Serena's blocking my Ice Shard, but now it is no longer doing that. So I can kind of just Ice Shard or Sucker Punch kind of more freely now. But yeah. So I do get up a KO there, and now Enamorus is going to come in, and it's going to Moonblast. This is fine. And now I can just go kill you. Does Flip Turn kill? I hope it does. Flip Turn does not KO. But if it did, then it would. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so we might have to just Surf here. Surf is looking pretty nice if Slowbro goes down. I just realized I'm hella slower than this. I forgot to creep this. Hold on, let me check. Would he creep something? I guess it doesn't matter at this point. He's just assuming Scarf at this point. I definitely crept wrong though. Oops. Anyways. Yeah, I just crept the Garchomp because I forgore. But Slowbro should definitely come in here, right? Like, if you're not stupid, you could just go Slowbro here. Yeah, I will just Flip Turn on this Slowbro. I feel like I have to at this point. If he stays in, do I lose though? Yeah. Sometimes, you know, the greatest plays require the greatest risk. That's what I say. Man, this is so hard. Why is this game so hard? See, if he goes Slowbro on my Surf, I can go Chien Pao and pick up a KO with Crunch. He could T-Wave. I'm gonna Flip Turn. Yeah, I'm the GOAT, basically. And Chien Pao comes in. And I will get a kill, and then he will go Enamorus and get his own kill back. So this is a sack war, but I'm losing it. But it's fine, because if he sacks this, then Necrozma has a shot to win. And so does Keldeo. So he shouldn't sack this, but he might. You know what I'm saying? What is his sack here? If he goes Sneasler, that's probably a 2-hit KO, right? I'm Choice Band. That's not my set. Oh, it's hella 2-hit KO. So you'd have to be Scarf, which he just isn't, right? He simply is not Scarf. Or he could be like Fake Out, I guess. He thinking real good right now. He thinking so hard. I think in his mind, he's like, I'm just gonna sack Slowbro and then lose to Scarf Surf. Yes! And I would be grateful if he did that. That would be awesome. The greatest plot twist would be if that happens and then his Enamorus just ends up being faster than my Keldeo. Let me just double check the matchup to make sure his Enam doesn't have a reason to be faster than me. He would creep Excadrill. Yeah, he just creeped Drill. Yeah, so I'm chill. Garchomp goes out. That's really good for Necrozma, actually. Like, pretty strongly good. Very strongly goodly. Alright, but I can't really sack Chien, I don't think. Maybe I can. I think I have to sack Chien. Let's see, sack Chien, go Necrozma. Photon. I still Reflect up after. How much does Moonblast do to my Necrozma? Enamorus. I just started typing enormous. Fairy. That does so much damage, man. And if he's creeping Drill, he could be Modest. That is a lot of damage, but I will have Reflect. So does Sneasler. Let's call it Gunk Shot. Does that kill me? So after Reflect, I'll actually live that, which is hilarious. I probably will get poisoned eventually, but that's just a risk I'm gonna have to take, I think. Because can I really sack Keldeo here? I feel like I hella can't. This is getting spicy. Maybe I should have light screened on the turn he went to Serena. That would have been better for sure. But I guess if he had stayed in with Chomp, then Dazzle was better. So he was already willing to stay in with Chomp once. I assumed he'd do it again. I think it's time for Chien to go. Good night, Sweet Prince, Necrozma, and now we Photon. We Photate. Is Heat Wave better? Alright, guess we'll never know. He's not modest. Anyways, that's dead. But now Sneasler comes in. I am just going to Moonlight. He's Fake Out. So that gets rid of the screen turn, which is really bad for me. Yeah. And now I will lose. Alright, GG. Unlucky. We are definitely throwing here. Oh, this gets Psychic Noise? That's cool. So what did I do wrong here? This turn, I probably could have crunched, realistically. He wasn't going to stay in. T-Tar here was fine. And I think this turn is like what really killed me, but like what else was I supposed to do even if I knew this was banded? And like there's no reason to expect this to be banded when it's the only rocker, right? You definitely expect rocks. So I feel like this was just a fine play by me that just didn't work out because he was the wrong set. The wrong set by I mean not expected. Like you can't reasonably expect Choice Band Garchomp in this situation. And even so, it was a roll to KO, so like I don't feel like this was that bad of a play. Ice Beam on this would be huge, and I was just assuming a Rocks trade, but Ice Beam into Rocks is better for me than just Rocks trade and then Ice Beam, because I guarantee the chip on this, instead of giving him the opportunity to switch out, knowing that I'm capable of staying in, he might be more wary of like a Sugar Berry Ice set, which I'm not, but I am Ice and very bulky. So I think this was honestly just a fine play. I didn't have a ground resist, so I definitely should have brought Noivern here. I had Noivern over Screamtail initially, but I changed it to Scream when I saw that that Garchomp was a threat. But turns out this just allowed him to click EQ more freely, and I really could have used the Noivern offense here, because another special attacker that can actually beat Slowbro would be really important here, as well as just the defensive profile, right? I consider Scarf Noivern as well for Enamorous, but anyways, so that died, and then I go Chien Pao. This is totally fine. Crunch here because I know it's going to switch out. This is a fine play. Enamorous on the Crunch. This is great damage for me, but now I just have to sack something. Drill here is a perfectly fine play. Moonblast, and then SD. We talked about this in the game for a while. SD's fine. The only thing you could maybe consider is like a raw Iron Head on the switch, get a little bit of chip, and then switch out, right? Because versus this, I could just go, what, Necrozma here? I would go Necrozma, and then he would get a free Garchomp and a KO, so that's not like a great option either, right? So, kind of a rock and a hard place. I was going for the flinch there because I'm already in the back, so I think that's reasonable to go for that. Go for a little bit of an out. And then Necrozma here, get my chip. You could have said that Chien Pao is better here because I could just crunch, but then Enamorous will get a KO. So either way, I'm getting a KO force here, but if I went Chien Pao, I could have at least forced a KO back rather than just chip on Garchomp instead. I guess in a roundabout way, this does end up with a KO here, and then I do end up stacking Screamtail. So I guess this route, I do get a screen up, actually. And getting a screen up here is, like, it was very important. And it was only because he had Fake Out Sneasler that he was able to maneuver around the screen. Otherwise, my Necrozma would have been very close to just winning. I think it might have just won. It depends on if Slowbro is faster or not. I think I am faster than Slowbro though, even while parried, which means I would be able to Moonlight before the Psychic Noise, assuming I don't get full parried. So I would be able to outstall that. Hold on, let me see. So I sack this with the screen up. I go Keldeo, flip turn, God Reads, and I go Qianpao to get my kill. At this point, I'm just kind of trying to simplify the game for either a Necrozma or a Scarf Surf. If he sacked Slowbro, then Scarf Surf was like actually kind of insane, right? Yeah, because it would kill this. Scizor doesn't really beat Keldeo 1v1, especially with a Reflect Up, so he'd have to stall at the screens and then like have Aerial Ace or something like that, which of course he definitely could have, but at this point I can't account for everything. Scarf Moonblast, yeah, this thing is a threat. So far, 2 weeks in a row, I've just been getting goobed by Scarf Fairy types, and Enamorus is like the best Scarf Fairy type in the whole world, so it kind of unlucky. And then Fake Out was the nail in the coffin here. I could have gotten a Recover off, but again, Gunk Shot is doing quite a lot, and it would poison me eventually. I don't think that's a winning trade necessarily, so either way, I think I was goobed. Maybe if I went Keldeo on the Fake Out, then I just spam Surf, right? Slowbro's the only mon that can safely revenge kill, or like safely KO Keldeo, right? So then I get Necrozma in on Slowbro, and I can get a Moonlight as they T-Wave, and then I can start Calm Minding. But like Calm Mind, and then like he can just U-turn a bunch, or like Bug Bite, whatever he has, and Gunk Shot, and like I'm not gonna be able to deal with that while full parried. Like even like if I do one-shot Sneasler and Scizor, but I can't do that while full HP, right? So he'll get a Gunk Shot off, I'll kill him, and then he'll go Scizor, he'll U-turn, or like SD or whatever, because I'm forced to Moonlight in that situation. He could make a SD play, and then at that point I'm completely cooked. So like, it wasn't a great endgame no matter what, but maybe going Keldeo on the Fake Out would be more heads up, because if he wasn't Fake Out, he would be like pads or something, and then still his play would be to go Sneasler. So I can't reasonably assume anything just because he went Sneasler, right? I think I just had to play for the Reflect, Live into Recover. It's kind of tough, right? Because this could reasonably be that pad set that I was discussing at the beginning, just to like chip everything over time. But because he kept it in the back so long, it could have just been Unburden, and it was Unburden. So maybe I should have thought about that more. I could have gone Keldeo on the Fake Out, and then force this out, and then he doesn't... Him not having the Unburden isn't really a big deal here. So... yeah, and then my Necrozma would be at 30. It can't really switch on anything. Slowbro KOs Keldeo. I Moonlight to 80% as he T-Waves. And then I can get +6, it doesn't matter at that point. I get +6. He maybe gets lucky with Psychic Noise with the Paras, and then I am low HP. Sneasler comes in. Sneasler, Gunk Shot versus my Necrozma. It does so much damage, and he's definitely adamant, right? So like that's already doing half. And then Scizor, let's just say it's Swords Dance. Okay, Swords Dance, not like, just assume U-turn, no boosting item. Yeah, I'm cooked, man. I'm completely cooked. So even like best case scenario, that endgame I couldn't really pull it back. Maybe the diff would be closer, that's all. But yeah, that KO on Tyranitar really messed with me because Drill was like my main win con. If I had more sand turns available, I could make the play of Iron Heading into Serena and then switching out a little bit easier. You know what I mean? But at that point, my only setup opportunity is versus Enamorus, which I mean, that's not the worst thing, because to prevent me from SDing for free, he would have to risk his Enamorus, which is not great. I could just Earthquake every time, right? I guess it could have been a little differently, but it's not like I got hacked or anything. He was Adamant Garchomp, he killed my Tyranitar with Choice Band. It's just an unexpected KO that can really mess with my game plan. So, next week, we'll win. And, yeah. See you guys next time.